Hello and welcome. Now in this video we are going to design another flexible layout that will contain another views and another properties that you are going to learn. So guys, the purpose of this section is actually just to give you the ability to get familiar with the design, okay, because the design is really important, and once you create your applications you want to make sure that they contain a really great user interface that all the users will love. Okay, so just guys, make sure that you understand each thing we are gonna do, because all what we are gonna do is actually it's just a drag and drop views, then change the properties that related to them. This is all about design. Okay, there is no real magic that goes here. Okay, now so as you can see guys, I have this my component tree that's all contain a relative layout which is present this whole screen. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a linear layout inside of it of type horizontal. Okay, we have it right here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add all my content inside this linear layout. Okay, so my content will be card view. Okay, and inside this card view we are gonna add a linear layout of type vertical in this case. Okay, because I want to add an image and below it should be a text, and maybe we are going to add more and more. So let's go ahead and drag an image view inside this, okay, this linear layout, and assign a placeholder about this image. Okay, we have it right here. I'm going to drag also a text view, should be below it. Okay, and I'm going to change some of the properties that relate to our text view. For example, the text here should be, let's say, title underscore card. Okay, I'm gonna make it, let's say, Android. Okay, Android world hit. Okay, we have it right here. I'm gonna make the text alignment to be center. Okay, and also maybe increase the size a little bit, how about 18. We have it. Okay, and change also the color to be something else. Okay, so I'm gonna choose another color. I'm gonna choose the black maybe. Yeah, and also guys, I'm gonna introduce you to another type of views, which is a view, or it's just a view. Search for the view, and we have it right here. Okay, now this view is actually, as you can see, there is nothing being added, but actually there is, but we need to add some of the properties to customize it. Okay, so for example, I want to make it look like a line. Okay, so I'm gonna search here for the width to be match parent, and let's assign the height to be, let's say, maybe 10 dB. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some margin to it from the left and the right. I'm gonna make it 10 from the left and also 10 from the right, and we need to add the background color, okay, to make it visible. So I'm gonna add this color to it. Okay, so as you can see, we have added a view. We customize it. Okay, so we added just our width. Okay, leave it as a match parent, there is no real matter, but the height you should add it, for example, 10 dB or as much as you want. For example, if I make it 50 dB, this will be like a box or rectangle, so on and so forth. So I'm going to leave it at 10, add some margin from the left and the right, and assign a background color to it. And what I'm going to do also, I'm going to add a text view to the bottom of it, and I'm going to assign some text to it to be something description, like for example, learn Android from me. Okay, oops, this should be the name, sorry. Gonna cut it. I'm gonna type disk underscore card. Okay, and also I'm gonna assign the value right here. Okay, I'm gonna click OK. So as you can see, we have added successfully. I'm gonna, for example, center it, the text properties that we have talked about previously. I'm gonna make it in the center, dude. Center it, increase the size a little bit. I think, yeah, maybe we can increase it for 18. Okay, and this title, maybe I'm gonna make it more than, yeah, we have it like this. So guys, what I'm gonna do, guys, here as you can see, you need to look very carefully to this tree that we have it, the relative layout, then a linear layout inside of it, and this actually, this should be the height of this linear layout should be wrap content, not much parent. Okay, to have it like this. And we have the card view inside of it, we have linear layout, we have image view inside this linear layout. Now if you select your card view, guys, what you can do, search for the property card and make the card evaluation, how about 50 dB maybe, and assign some margin to it. Okay, and you will understand why in a second, because we want to show the box shadow. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close this linear layout, okay, and close this card view. I'm gonna copy my card view, okay, by hitting Control C or Command C. I'm gonna paste it inside this linear layout, okay, just to give me two card views. Okay, so as you can see, the height is set to be for the both of card views. While you selecting them, both of these, okay, go ahead and make the width to be wrap content and the height also to be wrap content. Okay, and let's go ahead and see what other things that we can change. Okay, it shouldn't look like this. So if we expand the linear layout, make the height, okay, to be wrap content and the width also to be wrap content. Okay, let me check it. Now guys, if we select the image, so guys, as you can see, we have designed this layout, but we have some problems. For example, everything set it to be wrap content and still we cannot see the second card view, and the reason behind this is actually this comes from these properties inside each view. Okay, for example, this image view should be, the width should be wrap content. Okay, so as you can see, we can now see it clearly. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna show you a great property that you can get benefit from it once your design look something like this. Okay, so now we have some issues that we need to fix, and the easiest way to fix problems like this, it's actually to go and select your linear layout. Okay, search for the property weight sum, okay, and make it 2. And the reason behind this, why we make it 2, because we have just two child inside of it. Okay, and we can select both of these and make the weight sum to be 1. Now each one will hold 1. That means we are gonna get a half for each of them. Okay, and the reason behind this design is actually this image. We need to make it wrap content, and as you can see, we got ourselves a great design. Now of course, if we can select these, add some padding and margin. It's really depend on you how we want it. Okay, so I'm gonna search for padding, make it, let's say 10 dB or whatever. Do the same thing with this, with the first one. Okay, I'm gonna search for the property padding, make it 10 dB maybe. So as you can see, and you can also add margin to each view. For example, this view, I'm gonna make the margin from the top, let's say 20 dB, and the bottom also to be, let's say 20 dB, and select this one also. You can add your own, there is no real matter. Okay, it's really depend on you and what you want it like look like this. So as you can see, guys, we have added this stuff successfully, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this, okay, and paste it inside my relative layout, and as you can see, we cannot see it, and the reason behind this is actually we need to give it an IDs, and okay, well, I'm gonna select the second, this one. Okay, and both of these I'm gonna assign an IDs. For example, this I'm gonna type an ID of type layout. Okay, and this one should be top layout. Okay, and I'm gonna select the second one, search for the property below, okay, which is comes from the linear layout. I'm gonna make it like this, set it to be below this top linear layout, or to the top linear layout. Yeah, so as you can see guys, we have added everything successfully. Okay, we got ourselves a really great and new things that you have learned. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a last recap of what we did. So I'm gonna expand one of these because both of these are the same. Expand this one, for example, and as you can see, we have this relative layout as a parent, and we have this linear layout. Okay, that's the height should be wrap content, just make sure that it's set to be wrap content, and we have the width to be match parent, and we have the weight sum, which will divide this linear layout depending on the number that we are going to set it. And in this case, we set it to be 2 because we just have 2 child inside of it. Okay, and if we select any child, okay, we have, for example, this card view, the width and height set to be wrap content. Okay, and we assign some margin. We edit card evaluation to add a shadow. We have assigned the layout underscore weight to be 1 because we wanted to take the half of the parent. Okay, and if we expand it, we have this linear layout, that's the margin, the width and the height is set to be wrap content. Okay, and we assign some padding to it. If we expand it, we have this child's, the first one is the image view, and the height and width should be wrap content, and we assign a drawable resource file to it. We have this text view that's contain just a text with a title and some properties like the color, the alignment, the size, so on and so forth. We have this view. This is the new view that we have learned in this video, which is essentially give you the ability to customize it as you want it. For example, if you want to make it a line, if you want to make it rectangle, if you want to make it, let's say, box, or whatever you want it. Okay, so by changing the properties. Okay, and we have a last text view with some margin or with some extra properties. So guys, that was our lesson about designing. Okay, and it's, as you can see, it's really nice. Of course, we have did a lot of stuff that you are gonna get a benefit from it. Okay, and also guys, you can go further with this design. Okay, you can, for example, increase the height, increase the width, do a lot of stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys learned something new, and we are gonna see you in the next video.